Good morning. Yesterday, Election Commission of India declared the new rules which will be applied for assembly election as well as bypolls which are going to held in during the course of time. Now, basically focusing on the Bihar election, which will take place in the might be in the September or December year end. The Bihar election will take place. So the new guidelines has been set, and it was the guidelines was made by election commission, keeping in mind the COVID situation right now in India. Now, what are the steps or what are the guidelines that election commission has said yesterday? I will put one by one. First, election commission said door-to-door campaign with only 5 people. Means if they want to do door-to-door campaign, there will be only 5 people, and the voters who will come for vote excuse me, will be wearing gloves before pressing in the electronic voting machine. A maximum number of 1000 voters can be present. Some said maximum 1000 to 1500 voters can be present at the polling booth at the time of the voters, and those 1000 voters body temperature will be checked in all place. Now, if any of the voters body temperature is showing high or more than what the temperature, the threshold temperature set by the health ministry, if the body temperature is more, then again the temperature will be measured, and if it is found the same, the temperature of the voter is high, body temperature is high, then that particular voters will be said to vote in the last hour of the voting. And excuse me, public meeting and road shows can be organized, but they will have to follow the COVID containment or the COVID conditions which are set by the central. Now, candidate can apply for the nomination through online. At the same time, they can give the deposit amount through online. Training will happen online, and if at all the candidate wants to come to the election office for physically, if he comes to and give the nomination of this paper, submit the nomination paper, then only 2 people and 2 vehicles can come. Not like now what we have seen, that cars and cars used to come. That will not be happening. At the same time, the election commission says that nodal health officer shall be there will be a nodal health officer, and this nodal health officer will be in state and in district and the assembly constituency and this nodal health officer will be to see whether all the COVID related arrangement has been done or not, like sanitization, etc. And apart from that, apart from all this thing, the other safety measures like wearing masks, sanitization, installation of thermal scanner, PPE kits, etc. This will be there. Then at the same time, resume polls of polling staffs and counting and other staff will be maintained. That means in the sense there will be an reserve counting staffs will be maintained by the returning officer, because if a returning officer found any of his staff has got a symptoms of COVID-19, then that person can be replaced by another person. Now, the returning officer's chamber should have the sufficient space to perform the function of nomination, scrutiny, and symbol allocation. and also by following the social distancing norm. So returning officers job is very vital now, and his room should have a space so that the scrutiny, the all the function works, symbol allocation, etc., can be done by keeping the social distancing matter, and the carrying care of the control unit or the verification voter verification paper, that needs to be sanitized before it is before it is placed on the counting table. So that means the election commission says if you go to the vote, when you will go to the voting machine, when you go for vote, you find a voter the electronic machine and a paper where the paper comes out. Everything will be sanitized first, then it will be kept on the table. So these are the new guidelines which election commission has declared yesterday, not only for the Bihar poll but also for the by-polls which are going to held in a separate state. I think Madhya Pradesh and some areas are there where by-polls will take place. So keeping in mind the current corona situation in India, the election commission has come up with such kind of guideline. But Bihar is approximately having 1.5 lakhs of active corona patients and around 750 deaths. Now Nitish Kumar, Bharatiya Janata Party and other opposition parties are not in the favor of going for election during this pandemic, because they want to postpone the election. But I want to say one thing, that we know how elections takes place in India and how much whenever there is a state election or a general election or whatever it is, elections mean it's like a festival season in India. Lakhs and people comes. But if this is the situation, and with these guidelines and due to pandemic, I don't know how many people will come for vote, because everybody will be scared. So election if happen during this corona time, then voter turnout will be less, that's for sure. And at the same time, these things what the election commission is saying, it's going to be very challenging. It's going to be very challenging because India has not seen this kind of vote ever. So it's going to be challenging. At the same time, there can be a scare of spreading of this deadly coronavirus from a different kind of booth. So if election don't happen, and if it get postponed, then what will happen? The current chief minister will act as an acting chief minister, or governor rules will impose. Because if we postpone the election, if election commission say no, chalo, let's postpone the election, then when election will happen? We don't know when this coronavirus will stop. It will take 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line. We don't know. So if we don't have, we have to do election. The election commission has to do this election. So yesterday election commission came up with lots of guidelines keeping in mind the pandemic. We need to see how we already know that as political parties are not in the favor of going to election in the time of pandemic. But election commission has declared the guideline. It shows that election commission wants to have by polls and assembly election within the year end. At the same time, there are important election in 2022. We have got Bengal election coming, and lots of elections are coming in the coming year. So we need to see what happened, whether election commission guidelines, I know this matter will go to somewhere court or something, everybody will follow or not. We need to see what happened, and it's going to be very interesting because India has not seen such kind of guidelines type where everybody will have to wear masks, sanitize gloves and go for election. It's going to be a different experience altogether. We need to check out what happened in coming months. Thank you very much.